Hello, my name is Daniel, and I'm from YQL. And in this screencast, I'm going to show you how to create a YQL table and publish it to GitHub. So I'm going to start from scratch and make a table for the Last.fm API, and this table will allow anyone to do a track search. So I'm going to go ahead and call this lastfm.track.search. Then I'm going to go over to this example section and click on Sample Select Template. And this will give me a basic outline to create a table with. So I'm going to go ahead and fill out this metadata, put Daniel in as author. For a description, I'm going to put Last.fm API for looking up songs. And in this documentation key, I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste the Last.fm's documentation website for doing track searches. Then I'm going to remove sample query, since I don't actually need to show you how to do that here. So once that's done, I need to add the endpoint for actually doing track searches with. So if we head back to the Last.fm's documentation, we can see that they provide an example. And if we open that example up, we get all this data for doing a track search on Believe with some API key that Last.fm provides. So let's go ahead and copy the basic endpoints and paste that in to this URL key. Once that's done, head back to the Last.fm's API documentation, and we'll see under parameters that there are two required parameters, track and API key. So I'm going to go ahead and create two required keys. First one called track, and we'll make this required. And the second one, believe it or not, called API key. So we have the bare minimum for query parameters. So now I'm going to get rid of this execute block since we don't have to actually execute anything. And I'm going to save this table to my account. So I saved it, and now you can see under tables there is an entry for lastfm.track.search, which is the table I just created. So that's great, but we have no idea if this table actually works. So I'm going to head to the YQL console and actually check out this table I made. So if I click on my YQL, I get a list of the tables I've created. And you can see the table I just created using that editor. And if I click on this, it'll describe it. And we get back the metadata as well as the keys that I've created using the table editor. So that's great. But let's actually do a search on this table. So I'm going to type select star from lastfm star from lastfm.track.search, where track is equal to call me maybe, and API underscore key is equal to, we'll just go ahead and borrow Last.fm's key for this screencast, and give that a test run. And look right here, I get back data related to the track search that I just did. So great, we know this table actually works. And now I want to share it with the world. I just go ahead and publish it to GitHub by clicking that button. This will bring a disclaimer telling you what we'll do with your GitHub account, which we'll need in order to publish the table under your name. So once that looks good, go ahead and sign into GitHub. And this will take you to GitHub site where we'll ask you for permission. I'll go ahead and allow it. Once that's done, GitHub will redirect you back to our table editor and will automatically publish your table. So once that's done, let's see if this actually shows up on GitHub. I'll go ahead and refresh my user page. And look right here, under public activity, I just pushed a new commit to YQL-tables. And on top of that, I made a pull request for it. So that's how you create and publish a table to GitHub. Please go ahead and check out the feature and let us know any feedback that you might have on the YDN forums, any problems, any suggestions, and thanks a lot for watching this screencast.